Hey, welcome back to my low commentary playthrough of Skyrim AE 2021, December 2021. I'm Doggone. I want to introduce you to my character this time. Looks like audio levels were good in the last episode. Video levels were pretty close to what I see on screen. It's dark, but pretty close to what I see on screen here. Let me show you my dude. A couple things will jump right out to you. My character, this playthrough is a Nord. I haven't played through a Nord since my very first playthrough of Skyrim so many years ago. You also see he's wearing the the Brotherhood, the Dark Brotherhood, armor. I hate the Dark Brotherhood. I kill them every playthrough. And so let's take a look here. Shrouded. Oops. All right, let's look at this dude. There he is. His name is Thin Mint. I made him as skinny as possible. Old Thin Nord. He's seen his share of stuff, man. An old skinny Nord. There we go. I am a big fan of the Dark Brotherhood armor because it's lightweight and it it's upgradable after you get the whatchamacallit. Which perk is it? This perk, the Arcane Blacksmith perk, yeah. So there's another mod I'm using in this playthrough. Let's get back into the let's get into shelter. Let's talk a little bit more. Well, okay, I can move when I talk, right? Yeah. We'll move. We'll go towards Mirwatch. I got some things to drop off at Mirwatch. Yep, we can do that. Haven't been to Morthal yet. Have not been to Rorikstead yet. Haven't found the Tundra Homestead or the Ritual Stone yet. Haven't been to the Throat of the World yet. High Rothgar. Have not been there yet. Have been to most of the major holds. So yeah, let's move. Let's walk and we talk. And then the low commentary, the no commentary will begin after a proper introduction. Dude, not cool, man. Don't kill me, I mean. I'm not the best blacksmith in Skyrim, but I'm not the worst either. How am I doing on weight? Doing okay? Is that the Hall of the Vigilant? I think it is. We'll get that in our map marker. Maybe we'll get up these storm cloaks. So this particular character, how can I say this? I purchased the anniversary edition of the game after a great deal of gnashing of teeth. I am the same guy who gnashed his teeth at buying Microsoft Windows. I was like, I already bought it. My son was like, Dad, when's the last time you actually bought Microsoft Windows? And I said, well, it's been, let me think, how many? 3, 5, 10, 12, carry the 1. It's been at least 10 years since I bought it. He was like, Dad, just buy it. I'm like, okay. Okay. I bought it. So I bought it. Oh, this is not the Vigilant. This is, what is this place? I wasn't paying attention. Is that poor dude who was practicing? No, it's not. Bandit's Hovel. Okay. Fine. Bandit's Hovel. So, after reflecting back on what my son told me about, probably is time to buy Windows again. And by the way, I've upgraded to Windows 11. And the reason Microsoft was throwing errors at me a while back is because I originally bought an HP desktop computer and have replaced literally every part of that computer. And so, oh, you sons of turkeys. I really don't want to get into a shooting. I brought my gun to a knife fight here. You be gone. Fine. Be that way. You'll see on the right hand side, you see one of my favorite weapons in the game, the runic sword. Just finished that quest. And yeah, we'll start anew. That's one of the things I wanted to tell you. I'm just, I'm in media res with this, and I just want to play some Minecraft, I just want to broadcast a little bit of Skyrim with you and kind of get back into it. Get back up on that horse. So yeah, that's my runic sword. Runic ghost blade. And just within the last day of real life, just finished that quest and whatnot. Let's see. Where am I? What of these can I get? This playthrough with Thin Mint started. This is a Ustengrav, yeah. This started. Let me see if I can show you. See how pickpocket is skill 4, illusion is skill 4. Let's start with pickpocket, and I'll explain. I'm using a mod that starts your character out at 10 magicka, 10 health, and 10 stamina. This character was a ragdoll at the beginning of the playthrough. 10, 10, and 10, magicka, health, and stamina. And every skill starts at 1. It is a difficult start to the game. And I found that Find All was necessary as a companion just to get to Whiterun, to get through the first, tomb, to get the Dragonstone and, the Golden Claw and all that, and to get through Whiterun, get to Whiterun. And at that point, Lydia became indispensable. I think they're both still alive. I don't know where Find All went. I've lost him. But every other skill you see, I've not done. This is a no training mod and no purchasing of spell books or skill books. So all the spell books I have found out in the world, all the training has happened legitimately, although some of these, like my speech is 64 and it's enhanced to 79 by items I'm wearing. So it's kind of I wouldn't call this a steep curve, but it's a long uphill climb. I feel like at level 41, I'm finally comfortably OP in a lot of ways. So anyway, this character itself was a kind of a experiment of that mod. And I'm not sure. I had to turn on God mode just to make it through Helgen. In fact, just to make it through the first. You know when you're in the Helgen Tower and you jump down into another building? My character died on that jump. So many times I could not find a way to get out of that tower without, to make that jump without dying, without turning on God mode. So that was the only, I think that was the only time I had to use God mode in this playthrough. But once you start getting a few levels, you can, the first few levels are health, and then gradually magicka, and then stamina. So what is this character focused on? Thin Mint. What's he a master of? He unintentionally got some two-handed work early on. His weapon of choice is a one-handed dagger or a short sword. He does a lot of archery. Yep, you guessed it, stealth archer. That's what he kind of fell into, using light armor. His lockpicking skill is up, of course. Speech is up, of course. Alchemy is up, and enchanting is I think enchanting is the highest skill. Smithing was a slow grind, even with the transmute book. So, all right, enough talking. We're on our way to find Morthal. Let us transmute. Oop, the transmute was not the one I wanted. Harvest. Talk to you about the high harvest mod if you're not familiar with it. It creates these glowing creatures that go out and find ingredients for you out in the world, and then it brings them back. I like it because it avoids that motion sickness I get sometimes from turning side to side constantly as I'm out there in the world. But at the same time, it is a spell that has to be actively cast. Let's see, I have an auto harvest mod. As long as I have a pick in my inventory, it will harvest. There's the Dark Brotherhood, the little hut that you wake up in. Let's go see if the bodies are still in. I had a bad time. So, because I wanted the Dark Brotherhood armor, first thing I did was to book it. As soon as I heard about Aventus Aretino, I booked it to Windhelm, bought a cart ride to Windhelm, spoke to him, bought another cart ride to Riften, got rid of, took care of Grella the Kind, and proceeded to sleep, and nothing happened for a few days. Finally, Dark Brotherhood transported me here. Oh, they're gone. Thank goodness. Nope, they're not gone. Yep, they are gone, except Astrid is not. Rip Astrid. So, an unfortunate thing happened. Astrid, with Astrid. When I went to attack her, she was hopelessly more powerful than me. And so I used the Nord enchantment, the Nord power battle cry. Took me 2 tries. I had to save scum to make it work, but on the first try, she went out the door and then came back in, and the battle cry had worn off and she killed me. On the second try, she started running around the prisoners, and I accidentally hit the one guy on the end, and that aggroed all of them, and so I had to off all of the prisoners. 4 lives, man. And screw you, Astrid. So that's how that went down. Which way are we going? South. Where is Morthal from here? There's Blue Palace. It's got to be this way. Oh, eye hood. I got to turn eye hood on. Oops. There we go. I really do like eye hood. You can hold down the keybind, in this case X, and see the HUD, but without the keybind, without the HUD active, it really frees up Skyrim. Another reason I like iHarvest is that my old eyes miss a lot of the ingredients. It becomes really tedious early game to find ingredients. So iHarvest takes care of a lot of that for me. Fourth all discovered. When my I don't know how much longer I'll this particular playthrough. I feel like it's unfair to you to start in the middle of things here. So my plan is to start a new one. I do want to do some episodes to kind of prove this in, see if it's going to stick before I start with a brand new playthrough. This character is still pretty low level. Need to talk to him. Mehrunes Razor is probably my favorite. Once I get it, I will probably use it exclusively.
Don't think you can barter with me like I'm one of those damned shopkeepers.
If you stand before me, I have done no such thing. I keep. Beyond that, I seek only to be left alone to... The marsh is treacherous. As anyone will tell you, my talents are useful here. You deal with powerful forces. Take care they do not overwhelm you.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Yeah, me too, brother.
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
Staying safe, I hope.
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then. Unless it's about the mill. Don't know what you're talking about, stranger. I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the mythic Dawn. Guess they were true. I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead cult. As far as I care, it can stay locked in my house. The Vines know the mill could use some new blades. All right, it's yours. Here's the keys. It's locked in the chest inside my house. Trust you saw the house that burned down, and that's on top of noises from the marsh. What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help?
True.
The world's going mad. She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic. Until next time.
Oh, you know, it's 2 in the morning. I hate to go into his house. Apparently I don't hate it that much. Sorry, ma'am, just leaving.
I fear the night, because the werewolves and vampires don't.
The Anniversary Edition introduced a number of Creation Club items to Skyrim. Sure, you're well aware of all these things, but I am still in the process of discovering, I think, many of them, if not most of them. Fishing is a pretty static thing. It's okay. Really not spent much time with it yet. But these fishing supplies are scattered around throughout the map. If you carry a fishing rod with you, which I don't have, but if you do, then these are the places to fish. And we'll do that. We'll do that in our next life here. Anniversary Edition also adds survival mode to Skyrim, and brother, let me tell you, it takes Skyrim to a whole new level. I've heard the hate, but let me tell you, it's unwarranted. Survival mode Skyrim is really tough. It's good. It's fun. So I think when I start a real playthrough, we'll go with that. This playthrough started off survival mode, and I just got tired of running everywhere. Oh, it's one of those things. I've just gotten the bound bow here. It's and obviously some perks in conjuration. Been working really hard to get conjuration leveled up. Mystic Binding, I just got Soul Stealer. So, you see this hall here. Beautiful place. Requires key. Okay, this guy. Hans. When the eye is doused in flames, the hair will light the way. Okay. Pour sod. Now that seal activates, and let's see, something happens with that. There it goes. This becomes a thing, sort of a beacon that you can see. Here we go. Yay, Merwatch. I think it was Eleonora who did this mod. There's another one of her mods. I think it's Tundra, what's it called? Tundra Homestead. So this is Merwatch. First floor, just comfy. Nice. It's got some kids' beds. Just a really nice looking home. The Dragonborn's bed here. But what it really has, where it really shines, is through the portal here into the gallery. And has a lot of named and unnamed item placement. Champion's Cudgel, Bloodskull Blade. Plenty of mannequins to put armor on. Weapon racks, the Dragon Priest masks. Do I have any of those? I don't. There we go. Targa the Blooded. We just got that. Good. Considering installing Legacy of the Dragonborn for my next playthrough. I've played with it once and I found it it's a lot, you know, it's a lot of its own stuff. So okay, what else do I have that I want to store here? The Bow of Shadows, I want to store it. It's a nice bow, but man, it weighs a lot. I like to travel at a minimum weight. I don't like a tank character. I like a really fast, lightweight character. But this has a great perk that it will cast 30-second invisibility when you draw it. What else can I get rid of here? That goes back to Staff of Hasedoki. Hasedoki, okie dokie. Let's put that there. Harvest. Put that there. It's a nice thing. It goes with the iHarvest mod. Anything else we can put here? I mean, why not? Gonna hold on to the Runic Ghostblade until I get Mehrunes Dagon, Mehrunes Razor. Anything here? I do have the Mask of Clavicus File. Won't be using it in this particular character. Let's put the Necromancer robe and amulet on this guy here. Wait. I didn't wear that, did I? No? Yeah, he's got it. Fine. Okay. What else can I put here? Anything? Am I finished with the sapphire? A butterfly in a jar. I know there's a place for those and the claws. Sure. Yep, here. There we go. Where's the place for the claw? I thought there was a... Maybe not. I'm not a big fan of having all this stuff spread out, clutter. So at some point I'll probably remove the clutter. But for now, what I'm going to do is take all my ingredients and store them in this satchel. As I said, I think I've said it already, I'm not the best min-maxer. Don't really play min-max. In some ways I do. Most ways I don't. My playthrough is guided by my knowledge, you know, what I already know about the game. And so in some ways, I kind of know, like in the last episode, going through Mazinchalev, I knew where the, kind of knew where the enemies were for the most part. And, you know, planned accordingly, but in a lot of ways, I'm not the greatest player of Skyrim. The smelting pot here works as a smelter. It's really cool. Staff Enchanter. Yet been over to Solstheim yet. It's been several playthroughs since I went there. Okay, anything else to leave here? Dragon Claw.
My talents are much needed here in order to keep Morthal safe. Take a look.
Comment, just want you to note that Thalion, the Conjurer in Morthal, has no spell books to sell. That is a mod, another mod that removes spell books from the merchants. It's a challenge. I want to find all my spell books out in the wild. That's simply the reason for it.
Please don't mind Yorick. My brother... We were taking him to the Temple of Kinnereth in Whiterun, just so the healers could make sure he was in good... Are you heading to Whiterun? Could you... Thank you. I'd better get going.
You're different, aren't you? Not like anyone else. Not in Morthal or Skyrim.
I wonder if Yorick is autistic.
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need. If you need any alchemy supplies, I'll do my best to provide them. No. I just often don't have much to do, so I tend to try things out. Next thing I know, I've used up most of my stock. I picked up the trade when I was a girl. She had a book with her, Song of the Alchemist. Really? I'd be happy to show you a bit about herbs if you find the book. Take a look.
She got a Daedra. Alright, who am I kidding? Here's my favorite way to get alchemical ingredients.
All right, then.
I haven't Mother's gift. Not quite. But I've seen things.
Idgrod is low-key one of my favorite characters, both the older and the younger. Be an interesting family to marry into. Marry Idgrod the younger and get her mother as your mother-in-law.
So, life has brought you to Morthal, and to me. What purpose this serves we will no doubt see. That which is unknown can create unease. Some fear our new Time will prove me right. The Divines it is a gift. Anyone who believes otherwise does not, and Rogar's house? My people believe it to be cursed now. Rogar, many folk think he set the fire. Lust can make a... The ashes were still warm when he pledged. On rumor and God, sift through the ashes. Should you prove him guilty or innocent, I will reward you.
Can't wait. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
How did you know? Man, a sweet roll would sound really good right now.
Have you seen my mother? I'm still waiting for her to come home. Papa says that I shouldn't keep waiting. Why not? Mom has to come home sometime.
Do you like magic? Valiant says I'm good at Hey, you wanna play a game? Really? Alright, you pick. Tag or hide and... Okay,
Get away!
you're it.
Ugh.
Stupid kids. You can't run this fast.
Who's there? Is that... Helgi. But father says I'm not supposed... Are you a stranger? You know him? He made my favorite dolly, but I can't find her. Are you sure you aren't a stranger? The smoke woke me up. I was hot and I was scared, so I hid. Then it got cold, but I'm lonely. Okay, let's play hide and seek. We have to wait for nighttime though. The other one is I can't tell you. She might... If you can find me first, I can tell you.
Man.
You can't catch me!
There are 3 kids that get me in this game. Helgi is one of them. Sophie in Winterhold, selling flowers and sleeping on the stone pavement. And Lucia in Whiterun. Oh my gosh. Every game for me starts as a speed run to get a roof over Lucia's head. And then Sophie. And then come here to help Helgi find peace. Oh man. The game should not have that effect on a man, right?
Come, I haven't got all day.
I don't know what his role. I think he has something to do with fishing, but I don't know. Okay, let's see. Morthal check. Mirwatch check. Alright, let's get over here to Deadman's Respite. Find King Oz verse, and we'll call it a wrap. West. Yep, west. That's where I need to go, right? I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'm a bit squeamish about picking the pockets of the dead, though. Pro tip, take these guys out first. The more you take out, the fewer you have to deal with. You have to do it before that guy does his thing. For a million years and just figured that out like in my last playthrough. Okay. I think I got all I can.
Olaf, it is time. Arise, Olaf. My vengeance is at hand.
Oh, I missed these two. Crap. Go check all these on the way out.
Insolent bird, die!
Here you thought bards just went around singing and drinking. They go around singing, drinking, and killing, man. Alright, well, thanks, dude. Whew. Yeah, that little pro tip on how to make this easier is sorry to say I just learned it my last playthrough, but man, it is so helpful. Before you come into this room, stay back near the entrance and take out these guys while they're still slumbering. And that makes a world of difference. As you can see, I'm not taking everything, all the loot. I have this internal, by this part of the playthrough, I have this kind of internal metric. I only take stuff that's worth about 10 gold per, if it's the shield weighs 12 and has a value of 60, so the value per weight is 5. My internal gauge is about a 10. So if something has a value to weight of 10 or better, I'll take it. Because I am now able to use my conjuration bow, bound bow, which comes with its own bound arrows, I'm not grabbing arrows. I'm selling the arrows that I find. So there's the reason for that. If you have any other questions, I'm sure to answer them. Happy to answer them for you in my comments. So I invite you to comment. If you're not subscribed, welcome your subscription. And see how this goes. Ooh, dragon plate helmet. Lovely. I'll continue this playthrough for a little bit longer and see where it goes. And back to Skyrim. Ooh, that's right, I leveled up. What am I gonna pick this time? Magic. Probably ought to go back to health. I need to find an illusion spell out in the wild that I can use to level that up. And I'm interested in necromancy. Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic. Don't you agree? I think probably ought to go back to either armor or archery or sneak. Let's go with sneak. I'm a sneaky Nord. Alright, that'll do it. I'll see you next time from Skyrim AE.